All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning, and hopefully you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Morning, Carlos. How are you doing? How's your day going? It looked like you had some good trading yesterday.
Yeah, one of my best trades this month was on Apple yesterday because actually ran pretty good. So it was good. Great day yesterday. And I saw a lot of people take some really great trades, like a short on Lee. I saw someone post that on Twitter. A lot of really good trading. I mean, it started off like a slow day, but looks like it turned out pretty good for a lot of traders. So glad to see that.
Well, one guy who hasn't been trading is Andrew. If you're following him on social media, he was packing the planes, heading up to Denali, and to complete his if he completes it, which he's of course been joking that he's not going to make it back from, which we will not allow. He's coming back safe and sound. It's all going to be good. He's obviously not trading because he's heading up, but a world record climb. Yeah, there you go. So he would be the first Iranian climber to do the 7 Summit Challenge, I guess it is, or whatever you call it. Anyways, to complete the 7 Summits. So he's not doing it for a world record. That's just incidental. I mean, he's doing it because this is a personal challenge he set himself. And we wish him, success and health. And I mean, I just want him to come back safe and with a good story, because we got a party to go to at the end of June that he's throwing to celebrate the success of the climbs. And then, of course, he's going to have to come up with a new challenge for himself. So in any event, we have some exciting traders who are on at the open covering for Andrew. Brian, of course, is here and it continues to be here, but we got some of our other team that are trading live, so you can see some other how do other traders tackle the open. And I'm excited. We've got Pierre, we've got Lenny, we've got, of course, Thor, who was on yesterday. We appreciate that. So it's going to be good here in the room and live here on YouTube. So stay with us through the open. On the screen here, we've got the economic calendar. Not much happening today, frankly. We only have basically no announcements. We only have a couple of Fed speakers coming at 9:05, so that's before the market open. Then around noon, we've got Barr who speaks, but none of those really have much of a market impact. So there's really no numbers coming out, so pretty quiet. However, that's not so bad, right? Because then we can focus on some of the things that are moving. We do have a couple of earnings today. The gappers list is okay. I mean, hey, it's looking better this morning than it started looking out yesterday. And, Carlos, like we were just talking, right? Just because you don't have a great gappers list doesn't mean you can't get some great trades. You got a good trade on Apple. I mean, the only thing I traded was at the open yesterday on LI. It sort of dropped off the open and just kept going. It looks like it's continuing that this morning. Geez, I could have held overnight and made a couple more bucks. But anyway. I wasn't about to do that. I was done after the open with lots of stuff going on here. So anyways, we'll see what happens today. Let's take a look at this gappers list and see what the day has in store for us.
Absolutely. Chris Young's throwing out our Celsius can here. Are you signaling us to take a sip? I don't have mine with me today, so
I still have the second can. It's in the fridge. I could go get it, but I'm not sure I need caffeine heart attack drink this morning. So yeah.
Friends, let's get to it. Our gappers list this morning, as we were just talking about it, a couple of things in the red today, some in the green. We'll go over those and what's driving it this morning. And again, a couple of earnings. The big one coming up that we're all waiting for, obviously, is Nvidia. And Jared had a great commentary this morning on Nvidia and what to expect. So remember, Engineering the Market starts in our chat room at 8 a.m. So if you're a member, you can take advantage of that. A lot of great information of what to expect. So first one on deck this morning, we're looking at LRMR, and this is up 18%, 350,000 pre-market activity. Again, looks pretty pretty crappy at the moment. Just don't see anything great on it right now. And it looks like a stock that we usually don't look at. I mean, look at the volume, guys, under a million for the most part, all the way back to like March. So not one that we'll keep on deck. Peter, anything exciting? Laramar Therapeutics, if I'm pronouncing that.
Laramar Therapeutics. Yeah. So whenever you get these biotech companies, it's usually drug related, and it is in this case. One of their maybe their signature drug. Anyways, I can't even say nomlabofus. I don't know. I can't say this thing. Whatever it is, it had been on hold by the FDA, and the FDA has cleared it, so they've removed the hold. This is going to allow trials to continue on it. So that's good news, and that's why it's moving up. But like you said, you'd want to see lots of volume with that type of news, and we really have. It's not that much. It's less than 1 million shares. It could very well pick up, but for now, yeah, it doesn't look awesome. It's okay, but not awesome.
Yeah, not a fan. Heading down to the next one on here. This actually just moved up above Larimar there.
Yeah, they keep jumping,
GTBP.
leapfrogging each other.
Yeah, let's see what they did yesterday. They were on our gappers list, and it looked very ugly and dangerous as far as the spread, the volume, the way it was moving around. So take a look here at the market open. It looks like volume got much better, but didn't really give you a big move up or down, right? So just about a 50 cents a dollar. Not sure how it traded. The chart actually doesn't look that bad. I thought it was going to look worse than this, but man, everything else yesterday did not look great. So, Peter, again, we're at it up 21% this morning, 766,000 and climbing as far as volume, but also still hard to borrow. So, what was driving this again? Do not recall the news yesterday.
I don't know that we found the news. Not really sure. I mean, again, a $3 stock that's now 3 times that rate.
I think that
I'm
was
just
the
searching.
issue that we didn't have news. We didn't have anything on it. You're right. I
Yeah,
remember. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. And I'm still looking this morning, and I still don't really see the news. So, the news is about the fact that it's up so much, not about why it's up so much. So, I really don't know what's going on with this biotech. It's another biotech, right? So you got to be nervous about them. GT Biopharma.
Yeah. Careful on that one, guys. Again, we don't see anything here, so we're going to continue on deck. Oh, what happened to your camera? We'll have to
Oh,
check on that in a
what happened to my
second.
camera?
No, I
My
see you on the
camera
other
still says it's
screen.
on.
Yeah, no, we'll figure that out in just a second here. Here's a GT BP, my friends. Again, this one is we're not gonna look at it. It just doesn't look great. Another one that's just moving up. A lot of things just trying to skip the line here. EDBL, which we also saw yesterday. This morning up 31%, now 2.4 million shares traded. Hard to borrow. And Peter, I think we've been just avoiding this stock, right? Just the way it trades is not clean at all for us.
No, Edible Garden. I don't know why. It's amazing that this thing keeps jumping up on our list. Once every couple of weeks, it seems. It just gets the. This is like meme-ish, right? Like it really is the only reason it's on here because it seems to have this meme status. I mean, look at the daily chart and look at how many days we've had these like weird volume spikes, which usually also has these price spikes. Yeah, and it doesn't hold the price, comes right back down, right? So, I mean, that's a clear warning sign, right? When you look at a daily chart and you see something like that, you've got to be very, very careful with this thing, which means it can often jump. Doesn't have to have a reason, right? It just catches the attention of the apes, so to speak, and jumps up and moves. So, today looks like it's another one of those days. It's already got more volume pre-market than it normally has all day. Doesn't have to be a reason behind it, and means that the price action is going to be pretty erratic, right? A little difficult to trade. Is it even shortable? Yeah, it's hard to borrow, so it is not even shortable today. So you can only trade it long, and that's a risky prospect, as we can see based on what's happened on previous days. So.
Yeah, I don't like it here, guys. We cannot even short this one, like if you wanted to do that. So on to the next one. So far, nothing's catching our attention off this gappers list. Next is XPeng. Some action today, some volume.
Yeah.
2.2 million shares traded. We are up 7.7. Hard to borrow, which we've seen that quite a bit out of XPeng and some other ones, but something's cooking here.
Yeah. So some actual news on this. It was on my earnings list for this morning. They basically, I've got some conflicting information on it, but it looks like they actually beat their revenue. One of my news sources was saying that it was lower revenue, but then I went to the news and trading terminal, and there's a couple different articles that says it looks like they actually beat on revenue nicely, which would match the price action. So I'll believe that. They also said that there's a boost in EV demand in China overall, which again is good news because we generally have seen news about the downturn in the Chinese market, right? How the Chinese market is softening. But if there's an upswing in overall EV demand, XPeng is going to be one of those companies that will benefit from it. So, I hope that this price action continues. It hasn't been great. Like we've talked about this many times. XPEV, NEO, LI, they haven't been great traders, lately during market hours. But I said, I got a good trade off the open on LI. It was one of my, structured trades. It was a strategy in my trade book. So I was able to take that and it worked for me. Maybe XPEV will give us the same opportunity today. I'm not going to count on it, but I will watch it just in case it does.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute there. Yeah, I do like the volume this morning, so I'm gonna add it to my list as well. Is it gonna be on the main list? Probably not, but maybe on the secondary here will be a good place to put it this morning. So secondary for XPEF today, we'll add it right on here, XPEF, and then how is Lee? I don't see. Oh, they are on the list here, but they're gapping down, so we'll get to them. But just thought about them because you mentioned them as well, and what a great short they were yesterday.
Yeah,
So
they're they didn't have good news yesterday, and it looks like they're still getting beat. So I mean, yesterday the gap was bigger than the move, right? So it's probably not going to move that much more today. Second day play in LI, but yeah, you'd think maybe they would get a boost with XPEV doing well, but nope, they're going the other way.
yeah, still having a very hard time here. Might be interesting as a secondary. I agree. We might not get an explosive move like we did yesterday, given how much it has moved already. So let's see. Let's see how it plays out. Heading back to our gap up list, we can finish off here. ASTS this morning, we are up 4.7, 430,000 shares traded. But over the last couple of days, we've seen some good action out of it as far as movement. How it's been trading during the intraday, I am not sure. I have not looked at this price action. Looks like they're trending nicely, but very, very low volume. Some of these candles on the 5 minute are less than 200, 100,000. So that could be concerning with the way we trade. Peter, did we talk about the news on this one? I don't recall seeing this on our list in the last couple of
No,
days.
I'm looking them up to see what the heck this company does because the name was the name. They're called AST SpaceMobile Inc.
Yeah.
And they are here's their description. They're looking to create the first and only space-based cellular broadband network. So oh my god, what is Elon's Wi-Fi?
Starlink. Starlink.
Starlink. Thank you.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the Starlink of the cell phone set. I don't know. It looks like they're competing with them. Anyways, I don't really see the news why they're jumping up. I mean, I assume that they're launching satellites and stuff. If they're going to be a global space-based broadband network stock, seems awfully lofty. I mean, that a lot of money, right, takes to do those things.
Yeah.
But I don't really see specific news today, so I don't know why they're jumping.
Yeah, I don't like it here, guys. Again, just the pre-market and overall. Might trade well. You might have to actually look at it after the market open and see what kind of action you're getting. But I will skip on it. It doesn't look like something that is going to be well for my strategy. Macy's, we see this stock 4 times a year, maybe 5 if they get lucky. We are up 3.4, 621,000 shares traded. And it looks like earnings, right? 'Cause they do report in the mornings, I believe, here. So gapping up, Peter. Looks like they did well, I guess. I mean, hard to tell. It's not by much.
Yeah, they did. They did have a good quarter, beat their numbers top and bottom line, so it was a positive quarter for them. They say really it was the luxury sales that did it for them. So big, strong demand on luxury brands. And look, they've been talking for a while, like a while meaning last couple of years, about potentially. Well, they were. I think they separated their online businesses. They've been talking. Would they sell? Maybe they partner with somebody. None of this has come to pass, by the way. So I don't know. The news every quarter seems to come up again, but I haven't seen any suitors for them. So whatever's happening, if we just base it on their current sales, they're going strong, which surprises me. I don't like Macy's has always been a US brand. They never really extended to Canada, so I never get to see them live. It always surprises me when I see big, because I think of Macy's as like downtown New York only, but they've got like big shopping mall stores, right? Like
Oh
anchor
yeah.
tenant type stuff.
Oh yeah. They're
And
in almost
I never
every
think of them
mall.
as that type of brand, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's who they are. But anyways, they beat their numbers. It looks like sales are going well, and they actually raised their guidance for this year. So if you like your Macy's clothes, then go for it. Keep buying it. You're helping
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. They do have. I think they're located almost every mall that we have nearby here. They have a Macy's in it, which is again this pretty big space that they take up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Doesn't seem to be a good model these days, though, right? Like if you're an anchor tenant in a mall, you don't really want to be a mall. I don't know. Being in malls hasn't been good for most companies the last little while, except for
I don't
GME,
know.
but that's not because of their sales.
I don't know how GME does it, man. I'm telling you, we got to get down there, me and you. We got to have a special stream, a whole week just out of the GME store down in downtown.
Out
I
of the
think
GME, yeah.
they have one in
I want to.
34th Street. We could just hang there for a week and do the show from there and just figure out what's happening, you
They
know?
probably would let
Um,
us. I mean, if we, made some right contacts. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Good.
Um, but yeah, going back to Macy's, they're not a great intraday trading ticker.
No.
They're hit or miss. I'm gonna add them on here because it looks like we got the space on a secondary at least. But they're not great, man. They always seem to let me down as far as intraday
Yeah.
trading here. So we'll see what
They're
happens.
they're almost the poster child for a NYSE stock in my
Yeah,
experience, because every time I've watched them, like nothing at the open, you could actually get like no shares for the first minute or the second or the third, and then suddenly you get like 2 million shares, right? So as the market maker decides where they're going to move this thing, so you got to be very careful with Macy's. It can be very unexpected until that market maker makes their decision and starts to set the direction for it. So I generally do not enjoy trading Macy's.
yeah. It's a tough one. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We're excited you guys are joining us this morning. Let's make sure we get to our goal of I think it's 350, right? So 350. Help us get there. Really appreciate it. And subscribe. So we had a great group of people that usually are on YouTube joined the onboarding class last night. So that was fun. I know Mr. Dadu was on there and some other of you guys were on there as well. So thank you for joining last night. So remember, if you subscribe for the dollar membership, you also get access to the classes and that onboarding class. So if you did that, make sure to join us every Monday. We're doing that class there. It's a lot of fun. Bring your questions. Come prepared. We usually have a great time there. All right, let's go to one that's been started moving yesterday alongside with Mara,
Yeah.
Coin, Riot. Look at the run, man. BTC taking off here towards 70,000. Are we there yet? I
I'm
believe.
very surprised. It's over. It's sitting at
Yeah.
71,700 right now. So, yeah,
Wow.
look at that big move yesterday. Happened actually, well, a rare move during the course of the business day. Normally, this happens overnight when Bitcoin prices move, but yesterday it started during the day, continued overnight, making a total rise of almost $4,000 on Bitcoin. So that's a big move. And I'm
Yeah.
surprised that only coin is on our list as a result. I would have thought that I'd see more gapping this morning. I mean, the price is stabilized here, back up at 71,000. Which, again, if you look at Bitcoin prices on a daily chart, I mean, this is up in the all-time high. Is it all-time high? Yeah, all-time high
Yeah. Yeah. We're up there.
range. No, is it higher? No.
No, we're there. I think it's 70, right? We have not been
Yeah,
higher now. So
it hit that high back earlier this year
yeah.
and in March, and yeah, it's heading back into that territory. So, anyways, look, it could be a couple good days here for Bitcoin stocks. Again, doesn't mean they always trade well during the market hours, but it looks like Bitcoin's on the move. Can't tell you why. Doesn't usually need a reason. Somebody's laundering some money out there.
uh, Some transactions are taking place. That is for sure. There's BTC, guys. We're looking at coin. Let's take a look at that one this morning. It looks good today, right? Up 3.4. So I'm going to add that to my list. I'm also going to look at Mara. I'll decide which I'm going to keep depending how this list continues. I'm not going to watch both of them. They're probably both going to move the same way. Mara, for some reason, today looks a little bit cleaner. I'm sorry, a coin does, but again, Mara's got the volume 1.3 million shares traded, which again usually translates to a tighter spread at the market open. So you want to see that coin tends to be a little more spready. So depending on your style, you can pick between the two based on that as well. So I'm going to put them both on here. Let's see if we can get some kind of continuation today or drop, right? If this thing comes back down, there could be an opportunity there. Next on the list is CTNT, and this is, wow, down 43%. I mean, not too surprising, right? We're up over the last couple of days from what, a dollar over to 15, and now we're just kind of slamming back down. I don't think this is really in play for us. I mean, hard to borrow on SSR. Yeah, too dangerous. Float on this is going to be 2 million shares flow. So I just don't know how you trade this without having with keeping great risk management. So, Peter, what's your thoughts on this one?
Nothing more to say. You got it covered. It's not good.
Yeah. Stay away from that one. Heading down the list here on our gap down, we look at VFS. And what do we have? VFS is down 10%. Very light volume, guys. Only 272,000 shares traded. So, yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Hold on. Someone say run for the hills, and I agree. But you know what we forgot to do? Let's give this thing a good old garbage truck. How can we skip that there? That is just nasty, right? So careful with that ticker, guys. You got to be really experienced on what's going on there. We got to give it a double garbage can. That's fine. Okay, so CNTC, we'll skip on that one. VFS.
VFS, VinFast. Now they jumped up a while back when they just came onto our radar out of nowhere, right? And as a EV car manufacturer out of Vietnam, the only one that we're aware of out of Vietnam. But the news has not been good ever since. I'm surprised that they're even trading at this level. News of cars being unsafe, lots of like sort of not only manufacturing problems, but like mechanical failures while people are driving cars and killing people. The news is not good. So,
oh man,
I'm definitely not going out to buy a VinFast vehicle anytime. It's that would be a no for me right after any flying vehicle. So, yeah, it's again, it feels like this is a 50-cent stock in disguise here as a $5 stock, and yeah, but whatever. It doesn't give good trading. It just oddly never doesn't. It had like 3 days, I think, where it had good volume, and then never again.
Yeah, no, that is dangerous there. We'll stay away from that. And again, it doesn't look even good for us for trading, right? Like it just looks bad at the moment. So heading down to Gotu, GOTU. So GOTU this morning got to touch to. I don't even know what this is. Is that like a Japanese tech game or something? I don't even know what that is.
I've never seen this.
Never seen that. But
yeah, too many vowels in here. Gotu Tech and Zim, education services company out of China.
Yeah. Yeah. So somebody says got you. Yeah, this ticker looks like it's trying to got you. So we're not gonna even touch it. It looks pretty bad here, man. So
probably how it's pronounced. Who knows? But
yeah.
Let me just say it. They did have earnings. Sort of why they're here. It looks like they actually had decent earnings, but I don't know. I mean, this is it's a big float, but I don't think I've ever traded this or even tried. So, not sure what to expect out of it.
These Chinese education companies are weird, right? We got a few of them, like EDU is one of them that trades very weird, and it's up at 70. Wow, these guys have climbed out of they were like at 10, I think, or even lower. They're at 79. Wow, that is impressive. But yeah, be careful with that. I don't like it. We'll move on to the next one. ZIM is a shipping company that normally does not have a great intraday trading action. Today they're on here on deck, and you can see they're down 8.5, 836,000 shares traded. Peter, I know you don't like trading these. Neither do I. Any news this morning driving them?
Yeah. It's one of our earnings plays. Mixed picture for them. It looks like they beat on revenue, so top line, but missed on their bottom line earnings. So mixed picture here for our shipping company, Zim. Now they can get volume, but it's a hard one to trade. So they did raise their guidance though. So I'm surprised to see them gapping down because they did increase their guidance for the full year, but somebody's not believing the story out there because this thing is moving down early on. So
Yeah,
probably
someone does
best
not.
to avoid it, I think.
Yeah. Yes, and the few times it's been in play, I never had luck trading it. Intraday trading it after the market open, you're going to get better volume. You usually get not great volume, but decent volume. But it's just it doesn't trade well, so I usually tend to avoid
Yeah.
that one. Pan and W. Remember, this thing used to come up on our list all the time. Wow, what took place last night? Palo Alto's getting slammed here, guys. So down 6.3, 317,000, which is typical volume that they get pre-market. They don't trade a whole lot of volume. Look at their daily for the most part, it's about 4 million. Yesterday, a little bit higher, and today it looks like they're going to be on the higher end this morning. Earnings, Peter? This is,
Earnings, exactly. Earnings
yeah.
after the close yesterday. Good quarter, but what usually brings them down once again is the guidance. So they actually revised lower their guidance for the next quarter and said that their sales pipeline is looking a little light. So that's why they're getting hit so hard. As soon as you say your sales pipeline is down and you're calling off your earnings, the market's going to punish you. And here they are. But as you
Yeah.
said, this is the $300 stock that it always feels to me like it should trade better than it does. I haven't got any good trades on it. The volume typically is a little lower than I like. And maybe today, but again, I've watched it during earnings for years now, and I can't. I think I've maybe traded it once or twice, and it doesn't sort of sing in my memory as a lovely trade. So
Yeah, yeah. They're in play today. I'll add them on my secondary list just because they're in play, and hopefully they can surprise us. But the likelihood is that it's not going to be great on the intraday when the bell goes off. All right, our good buddy that gave us some good action last week, or at least entertainment purpose. I did not trade this or AMC, but GameStop, it is down 5.1, 1.4 million shares traded. You do have shares for short on it, so it is on SSR, but you still can short this. Intact, the broker's got a couple on here. Well, that's not much. 150,000 only, so that can be gone in a minute. Peter, it's are we seeing anything happening here? What's your thoughts on this? The fun is over, at least for now.
yeah, I think the fun is over. The meme had its moment once again. It came back for a little brief return engagement, but as you can see, the volume has dropped. Steep volume drop off the daily. The price, of course, is settled. I mean, it's settled higher than it started. So, I mean, that's something that's something good if you're a long term holder in this. But it doesn't create trading fun.
Yeah. Do we believe anybody that was stuck up here at 60 for what was it? A couple of years, maybe a couple of months? Are they out? You think these guys build out on this?
I
Or,
don't know.
or
I mean, I
we-
can hope so,
I
but
can hope
somebody's stuck
so.
in there. There's still somebody that
New
has the
bodies are
stock.
stuck.
Yeah, look, there's somebody who's got it at 110 and they're holding because they're convinced it's going to go back. And probably at this point they're saying to themselves, "You know what? It either gets back there or I'm just abandoning the investment. It'll go to zero. Damn it."
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
guarantee you there's somebody out there that's doing that.
yeah.
But uh,
That's a very high altitude. But again, I know it's not you guys. You guys are amazing traders, so you're not stuck in here. Hopefully, but yeah, fun is over, guys. I mean, you can watch it if you want to have some entertainment purposes. I think I'm gonna add it on here. GME. I think it should be fun, but for the most part, not something I'm gonna be trading. I'm sure AMC is probably getting some love this morning as well. Yeah, you see that there. It is. We have at least 1.5 at the moment. So good volume, but again, I think the movement overall might be done with this. All right, Soundhound. We'll look at a few more on here. Sound. I want to get to Bob. I want to get to MU. We kind of did Lee already. Let's look at JD. A couple of Chinese tickers. JD, Billy, Lee on here. Baba. So let's just kind of go over all of that today. What's the news out of China? It looks like some things are falling apart here. Not falling apart, pulling back a bit at least.
I don't know that there's any really bad news going on. There's the market had started to move on the prospect that maybe the Chinese economy was growing a little bit. I mean, we did hear that EV sales, right, a minute ago. XPeng claims that EV sales are increasing, so that there's greater demand. But it seems to be the demand is increasing because of deep price cuts they're taking. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of market growth yet in China. A lot of expectation on AI. Baba's been talking about AI, JD, right, in their earnings report. So, but AI is also creating some pricing wars as they're using it on the back end to manage their pricing engines, and it looks like the prices are just sort of ticking down and down, which I guess is good for the consumers in the short run. But they're starting to realize, when it comes to corporate earnings, AI may prove it's not going to be a big boon. It's not uncovering new pockets of revenue. It's just figuring out how, the companies are figuring out how to compete more directly and immediately with each other. So that's really all the news I'm seeing, Carlos. I'm not really seeing any big events, but it is causing a downtick, it looks like, in a lot of these things. You can see them all, right? They're all down. Either they don't quite have the volume yet, or they haven't moved enough. But Baba, JD, Baidu, all those companies that we tend to follow, Billy, are all sort of moving downwards this morning.
Yeah. As you guys know, the one I like the most out of that entire group is Baba, so I'll keep them on my list. They had a great day a few days ago. They traded really nice, really clean, very explosive. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week, Thursday, I believe. So really nice explosion there. Again, they're starting to look a little bit like that old Baba that we used to trade quite a bit. Hopefully that can continue. So I'll watch that one. Again, not really doing a whole lot right now. Volume is okay, 700,000 down 2.4. I do like that there, and we can see what it looks like after the bell rings on that one. All right, last but not least on this list is going to be MU. So if we look at MU this morning, we're getting some action. We're down 3% here on MU. We have almost 500,000 shares traded. Are they reporting this morning? I was not aware they were reporting this morning, or is something else driving this thing?
No, they're not.
Usually,
I don't think so. No, I'm pretty sure. I didn't see them
I
on
thought
my
we had their
reporting
reports already. So
yeah.
huh.
Let's see. Why is Micron moving this morning?
Pretty nice drop here for the way
they got an upgrade yesterday, but we had already talked about that upgrade. That's like I shook my head at that one. That's where Morgan Stanley upgraded it from a $98 price to a $130 price, which again, as an investor, is not helpful at all, because they basically just said, "Oh, look, we're going to move the price to where the price is." Excellent insight there, guys. Anyways,
beautiful.
Let me stop beating up the analysts. I don't know. I mean,
I know there was a conference yesterday, right? There was a Dell.
Yeah,
these guys were meeting together, but that really, it would impact.
They didn't have any big announcements in that. I mean, yes, they've got these HBM chips, which is their new chip base, their high bandwidth memory chips. I guess that's the new term. Morgan Stanley upgraded their forecast on the basis they expect that MU to outperform with these chips, but from other articles I was reading, people aren't convinced. They haven't been able to stress test them yet, and they don't expect the performance to be that much greater than others. I don't know. It typically happens in chip space, right? Somebody comes up with a new technology, everybody runs to put it on their bench and see if it performs better than the other chip, and it's 2% better, and people go gaga for like 3 days, and then say, well, it's not worth the cost or something, right? Like, so anyways, MU's just the latest to have a new chip set out there, and it may or may not perform, and it may or may not sell. So, take your chances with that. If I'm talking chips, I'm still going back to the good old standbys, AMD and Nvidia. At least we know that they will trade well on almost any given day.
Yeah, and what you're seeing here, Nvidia actually going green to red right now, and so is AMD. They're all just dropping a little bit. So something's brewing here at 8 a.m. You can see MU was probably the first to react. We don't have the news yet, and then now these other guys are following suit. So something in that whole sector is happening there. I'll put Nvidia on deck here this morning. They're going to be interesting for the next couple of days, especially with their earnings coming up tomorrow afternoon, right? I think tomorrow after the close. So we'll look forward to that. And then AMD, of course, our good buddy. But today I'm gonna put MU here because I think something's up. We'll figure out what's happening there in a second. All right, friends, that is what we have on our gap up and down list. Peter, as far as earnings, there's something that we missed, something that we have to cover today.
The only one that we didn't talk about that hadn't made our list was Lowe's. They had earnings this morning. LOW is the ticker symbol on that. And then remember, there's two Lowe's out there. This is the home improvement because there's also like a grocery chain or something. We run into that every once in a while. Anyways, this is the home improvement. They did have earnings. They beat their numbers, so they had a good quarter. And a lot of it was actually, interestingly, they're claiming that their growth, it was not from DIY consumers, which was big over the pandemic, of course. Everybody was rushing to do their own thing. Remember how lumber prices went crazy and a lot of the prices? But anyway, so they're saying that now it's back to their more their contractors and institutional clients that are really driving the growth on Lowe's. So pretty good quarter for them. And we'll see if that continues. Again, Lowe's and Home Depot HD are the two that I would watch in this space. And they are tough traders. They're tough to trade. Like I actually like trading them, or I used to like trading them, but they are tough. So I'll keep an eye on Lowe's today, but I don't have high hopes that it's going to give me some nice moves.
Yeah, I want to watch them as well, but I agree with you. It's just um, the volume could be light at times. Not a great trade. I mean, look at their daily 2.8 or less. It's just don't trade a whole lot of volume, which typically doesn't give you a nice, clean trading activity. But I know a lot of traders who swing trade, and this is one of their babies because it can dictate a lot of how the overall market and the consumer are doing. So they use this one quite a bit. All right, excellent. Let's head over, friends, to the chat room and see what you guys like this morning. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We'd really appreciate it. Right now, let's see what we're sitting at. Are we over 100? We'd love to be closer to our goal.
126.
126. Excellent, guys. Help us get to our 300 goal for today. Really appreciate it. It does mean a lot to us here. So, all right, let's start with our chat room here. MU upgraded yesterday, so that's on deck. Good. JP Morgan. Yesterday, they were a little bit weak, right? So we saw JP Morgan kind of take a big hit, a decent size hit here. Today, pretty much flat. I don't know how their second day is going to look like here, right? So we'll have to wait for the market open. But yeah, really nice drop there yesterday on JP Morgan. So I don't know what was the news on it. I know their Jamie Dimon was talking some stuff there. Was it their outlook? I don't remember what the actual news was, but some news came out on that they were reporting. Yeah. So let's see here. And then it didn't help at 2 o'clock when the Feds were saying,
yeah, they had some insiders that were selling a lot of stock. So that was, and yeah, Jamie Dimon was sort of speaking out about his views on the future of the company.
Yeah.
Said he's getting ready for retirement. So
yeah, that's not fun. He's done an amazing job with that company, has been just crushing it. I'm sure they'll find someone that'll do good there as well. But yeah, so secondary play today. I am not sure on JP Morgan. I don't really have the space to watch it right now. So if it hits the scanners, we'll take a look at it. SPY moving there. Yep, SPY is good. What else? Amazon looks good. Let's take a look at Amazon. What's going on with Amazon this morning? Pretty flat right now. It's just down slightly. I do see what you're looking at. The day looks great, right? Possible loss of this level of support that we have here. Very clear over the last couple of days. We've been staying above that. So if today we have some kind of weakness, maybe that can continue below that level. So yeah, I do like that daily. That could be interesting. We'll put Amazon on the list today. Normally I find something better to put on my main list, but we'll put it on here. So yeah, so it looks like it's just lower highs here, lower highs right into this level. We're slightly below it now. Maybe some weakness coming in. Who knows? All right, let's see. Play on Nvidia earnings. Yes, Nvidia is definitely on deck. This is one of the few companies that, even though they have earnings coming up, they're going to trade well even before earnings, right? So they'll be in play today. It's a lot of, it's just AI. This is the AI story with Nvidia, and they're right in front of it. And they're one of the few companies that Peter are actually making money out of this thing,
They are actually quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
There's still two full trading days before their earnings, which happen after the close tomorrow. So keep that in mind. I mean, I pretty much just expect it to be a normal day for Nvidia. Not much special going on there, I would think. But if you look at the daily, it is positioned well. I mean, I like where it sits. If it can get a breakout here to 960, yeah, it could be some fun on it today.
Yeah, yeah. So I like that there. Like their daily, man, looks really good. And Jared had, again, if you missed it, engineering the markets. Jared had a great comment on Nvidia and kind of what to expect here going into earnings. And tomorrow he'll be looking at this again, so don't miss it. As far as Nvidia and how it affects the whole entire market, their size of the overall exchange and all of that with tech and Apple and Microsoft and all these guys. All right, over in our YouTube chat, let's take a look here. XOM, we have not looked at that one in some time. This is down half of a percent. Not much volume, which is typically normally how they do here. Again, you gotta have a very specific style of trading to trade this one when it's not in play. Now we traded this a lot when energy was hot. We're getting tons of volume. It's been a while now. If you look here, the way this thing was moving on a regular basis, but it's been a while since we watched it. Again, you gotta wait for the market open. You're not gonna get much now pre-market on how this thing is going to do, right? So if you like it, put it on your list, but wait for the market open because right now there's nothing for us to really go on as far as what's happening in the pre-market. Andrew C is giving us NVAX. Let's take a look at NVAX. I know that was active over the last couple of days, had a big pop, and it has maintained it. So gapped up last week here, has been able to maintain that gap up, and we're up at 15. Peter, I know we talked about this news quite a bit. I can't remember now. They're partnering up with someone. I forget the actual news. All right.
Sanofi,
Sanofi, yes.
Yeah. They got a bunch of cash, and then anyways, are getting some other money. They're hoping. I mean, they're still relying a lot on this COVID vaccine, right, for revenue. So they're thinking now it's going. It seems like they're sort of building it like it's going seasonal, like the flu shot. So I don't know whether that's a thing generally, but their expectation is that they're going to see an uptick in demand, and they're having to continue to evolve it, like you have to evolve the flu shot every year to accommodate the new strains. So I mean, let's face it, we're all feeling out of pandemic mode, but it hasn't gone away. It's just become a regular part of life now, and it's still out there. And companies like Novavax is still selling vaccines against it.
Yeah, I get reminded because as you know, my wife is in the health industry. How many people get turned down because they don't have this vaccine at the hospital? It's crazy as far as employment. So it's still out there, still affects a lot of people, especially if you're in the health system, on how that is working out. But as far as trading this one today, volume is very light. It has been moving though. I mean, volume has died down and somehow it continued to move here yesterday. So very light volume. It did somewhat well. Could be a good one. I don't have enough space for this right now. I mean, I'm just packed with stuff here. So I'm just going to keep that one off. But if you like it, definitely watch it. I do like the daily. If this thing breaks out of here, that is going to be very explosive, right? Because that's the resistance area you've been getting the entire time this thing gapped up. If it can break out of 15 and stick it, it's going to be pretty nice run there. So be on the lookout for that. If you like it, I'll check out the scanners on that one. All right, with that said, friends, let's head over to our community events and announcements and show you what's happening for the next 2 weeks. You can always check this by heading over to bearboottraders.com. Today is Tuesday. So Tuesday is our strategy day.
It is strategy and trade book, and we've got an early one today. So like I've been telling you for the last couple of weeks, Avi is going to be leading today's session. It's during market hours at 11 a.m. So really that's only like 2 hours from now. So he's going to be doing a session on how to leverage your human nature for day trading. I mean, we can't avoid who we are, but how do we leverage then our experience, our perspectives, and our outlook to trade profitably? He's done that well in his case. He's going to share insights on what he's done and how you can apply it for yourself. So again, that's 11 a.m. in the webinar room today. So keep in mind that time, and hopefully we'll see you there if you're an elite member. Next week, we've got Eamon, who's going to be taking the lead again, an earlier time, but this will be after market hours, but only an hour after the market close at 5 p.m. Eastern, on how you develop an ABCD trade book. So you're going to talk about ABCD trading, how you can build a trade book around it. That will be, again, an early time, 5 o'clock on May the 28th. So that's what we've got coming up this and next week. Hopefully you'll put those, like I said, in your calendar and attend. TradingTerminal.com is where you can go to get information on the markets at any time. We've been talking about it all morning because we've been using it all morning to get our gappers list. We use the scanners, right, to tell us what's happening in the markets. We can also use it throughout the trading day. If you want to use the live simulator, it's there for you. And, of course, the news on everything, right? Not only company news, but news on the economic calendar, on earnings like we've been talking about, and more. So check it out at tradingterminal.com. And if you want to join us here at Bearable Traders, don't believe Andrew. He's going to be back. I always shake my head. He sends out these notes saying, well, I'm done trading. It's been fun running Bearable Traders. Never be back again. I think it's just his nerves as he goes out and climbs another mountain out there. But I guess I can't blame him, right? I mean, I'm not doing it for partly that reason. That's not how I spend my vacations, but to each their own. But anyways, he'll be back, and we'll still be here trading, and hopefully you'll join us in the Bearable Trading community. We've got a live chat room that goes as long as the markets are open, from about 7:30 in the morning to around 4:30 every single day, and later on days when they have earnings. And if you want to join us, you can use one of the membership options. The intro is always good if you just want to sort of get started and see how it's going. By the way, it's $39 if you go to the website. The code always works. If you use the code PreMarket24, you can get that for only $24, which is a 1-week access to the chat room, as well as limited access to a couple of courses like our onboarding class. The basic early monthly are there, but frankly, you should look seriously at the elite annual if you're looking to do that, because with the 100K deal, it's a great deal right now. Only $11.99 for that 1-year access to all of the services we have at Bearable Traders, all of the courses, all of the mentorship, and of course the chat room. So use the code 100K to get access to that. That's because, by the way, we crossed the 100K mark on YouTube, and it's been growing strong. What are we sitting at this morning? Yesterday we were sitting at like 173,000. This morning, 185. My God, it grows fast. So I love it. We love to see that. Took us forever to get to 100K. Now it's moving quickly up to 2. So, but you can still get that 100K deal. And again, if we can grow it even faster, Andrew's promised to give away a Tesla if we hit 1 million subscribers. And I want to see that car be given away. So he'll do it. There's no question he'll do it. He gave away a laptop when we hit 100K. Let's make him keep giving things away.
Yeah. And the laptops are coming back, guys. We're just waiting for Andrew to get back. We'll be doing a laptop once every week, right? So as soon as he's back, we'll resume that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. All right. Perfect, friends. So quick look. Yeah. Go ahead, Peter.
I just saw people in the room. Since we're talking, let's get back to talking stocks here. This one we were talking about, Carlos, GTBP. This is a good example. We got to be very careful with these low float stocks. Hard to borrow. Look at GTBP.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So right back to where it closed yesterday. I think you got the daily chart up on the screen.
Oh, that is scary
there
stuff,
you go. You
man.
moved to the 1 minute. But so yeah, if you were getting in this thinking you were waiting for the next pop, this is the thing that hurts, right? Within a minute, probably within a few seconds, it dropped, like 40% of its value. So those can hurt. So this is why we always warn you got to be very careful if you're going to trade these, because they can do this, right? They can make these types of moves, and they're very painful if you're on the wrong side of it. So please be careful.
Yeah. See, this is the stuff that's not going to happen with like an AMD or an Nvidia or even other stocks that are not as active as those. You're not going to get
right. Shane was just pointing out Nvidia is dropping, and it is. So check out Nvidia then, Carlos. So it did drop, but I mean we're talking an order of magnitude difference here, right? Like it dropped $5 on a $900 stock, not $5 on a
very different
$13 stock.
We're down 1%. This thing is down. It went down what 40%. That's a very
Yeah,
big difference, my friends.
yeah.
Wow. So uh, be very careful. What's the news here? All right, so there's something's happening here. Something is with Nvidia is down. AMD, seem to have started this process here this morning. So something's going on in the semis here. Um,
Yeah, it could be. I
yeah, we'll have
don't.
to check it out. But while we wait for that, let's take a look here, guys, at our levels. Right, we've got Lenny. By the way, we have no. Today is Pierre. We got Pierre and Brian, right? If I'm
Beer and
mistaken.
Brian. Yep.
Brian and Brian, yeah, trading live for you guys. So don't miss that out. That's gonna be next right after this. So let's get you guys through some levels and then get into some live trading here, which looks to be very exciting already. So here it is. Starting with coin this morning, we are sitting high of the pre-market to 234.28. So we'll slam a level there, guys, towards the bottom. Highs and lows for the last two trading days, doing an amazing job. We're set there. We do have a level here that might be worth adding. It's going to be down at 217. Yesterday, Bitcoin had an amazing day, some really great trading. Marathon, Coin, Riot, they all benefited from that. And we'll see what happens today. Right now, seeing some weakness. Just the overall market seems to be tanking a little bit this morning. 234.28 high the pre-market. Above that, we're going to slam one over at a 244.50. Great level of support. You can clearly see that right on there. A lot of support happening in that area. So we'll mark that down. I'm slightly above that. We're looking at 251.89. So 251.89. Also another great area of support on the daily. I think this will be good enough towards the top side. If we get more movement, we can always find better levels or additional levels towards the top. But right there, you're pretty much set. Let's take a look at Mara. So Mara, big day yesterday, into the red now. I like coin a little bit better here this morning. So they're both are pretty much right there. Coin, the spread is just got to be careful with that one. We'll do levels for both, but the coin looks slightly better. Low of the pre-market on Mara is going to be 2207, and we're looking to test that now. Below that, we do have our highs and lows. A great run yesterday, of finishing pretty strong here as Bitcoin rises. 2150. We got a couple of levels here flirting with that price action there, 2150. So I think that's worth noting down. Above the previous day close and the highs from yesterday, if we go to the left here, we're going to zoom into this February. March, April timeframe, we do have an area of 24.36. A couple of days slamming into that, so that's good. So that could be support and resistance. And then above that, just in case we get going here, 26.46 is going to be on here. So we're set there on Mara and Coin. Let's take a look at Baba. I like Baba when the market starts dropping like this, and these guys are gapping down. And they've been active. They had a nice run, a few days ago. This was last week. So it could be fun. So let's definitely take a look at that one. 80, 85, 89, 88 is the low of the pre-market there. Towards the top, your cover, even your pre-market high is covered by the highs and lows of the last two trading days right on there. So towards the top, perfect there. Do not need to add anything. If we look towards the bottom now, below that pre-market low, we have a day here at 84.69 and then one down here at 82.69. So I think that's all you need on Baba this morning. Looking pretty nice. Man, look at Nvidia. We are down 1.5. This is wow, heading into earnings, and we are getting some great volatility in action. High of the pre-market on this one was 956.77, and now we're just slamming down here, down to 1.5. Low of the pre-market right now is being tested, right? 931.57. We'll come back, but that might not be there the way this thing is moving at the moment. But it's relative, right? Look at the daily here, guys. We've been crushing it. We're just shy away from this all-time high here on Nvidia. So let's see how this reacts. In the next couple of minutes, heading into the market open. Highs and lows of the last two trading days, giving you a lot of great data and information here. Do not need to add too much. And then towards the top, in case we do bounce, we do have our all-time high levels that we're getting into here. Before that, 962.99. 967.80, and also our all-time highs at 973. So I think we're pretty set here. Looking forward to see how this is going to look in a couple of minutes. Nvidia really cranking today. Amazon staying put here, has not moved a whole lot. Low of the pre-market 182.45. We do have a great level of support that we have here, just slightly below that. We'll see where that goes. Towards the bottom, 180.28. And then below that, friends, we do have a 176.92. So that's looking pretty nice there as far as Amazon goes. But we'd love to see if this level is going to hold or if it's going to fall apart as we continue here. All right, friends, we are all set. Pierre and Brian are going to be up next. As soon as they connect, we'll switch over to them. Our gappers list this morning from our friends and buddies. We'll take a look at here. We have Eamon, potential short on coin today, risky, so be very careful with that one. And we have Brian, the man of the hour, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, and Apple. Phil will be looking at semis and cryptos today on Watts, Mara, Nvidia, Coin, and MU. Thor, the overall market, Tesla, Nvidia on his list, and Pierre is looking at Nvidia, AMD, Baba, and Mara for him today. He'll be all set for you guys. So he'll be trading live with you this morning. So look forward to that. AMD for Peter, Nvidia, Tesla, and secondary list XPeng, Lowe, no, Macy's, excuse me, Macy's and Lowe's. There for Peter. Friends, there you have it. Let's see what we have going on here. I am talking with Andrew that sees Sir and X might be a fake account. Yeah, it's careful with those fake accounts, guys. It is so brutal. These guys are ruthless. Be very, very careful.
We've seen a lot of them recently. I'm not sure why there's a recent uptick, but not only with Andrew, but Carlos, I think you had one or two. I know that some of our other moderators and members have had a few as well, Paris and others. So just be very careful, right? Nobody at Bearable Traders will ever ask you for money directly. We'll never ask you to give us account information or that we'll offer to trade your account for you. It's just not something we do. So just be careful out there. Be very suspicious if anybody reaches out to you or suggests they can do something to help you. There's so many scams out there. Just we appreciate you following our real accounts. Be very careful of the spammers. Unfortunately, they're across all social media platforms. Report them when you can, absolutely, and let us know so that we can report them as well, and we'd appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, I see Pierce ready to rock and roll here. I got him on the other screen. Excellent. So he is on deck. Wait for Brian to come on, and then we'll switch over and get this party started here, guys. So we got a great list here. Amazon going below here on the red, below the low of the pre-market right now, and a lot of weakness starting out here. But this I don't want to see. I want to see how this looks at the market open. Look how we're starting to get a little bit of bounce. I want to see if this weakness is real or are we just profit taking here. So looking forward to that. Let's see here. Pierre, how you doing, my friend? Good morning to you.
Doing great. How's it going?
Going good. Glad to hear you. Make sure you're muting everything else in the chat, and you should be good to go with no echo. And I see Brian is on. Excellent. Let me bring you guys in, and we'll be all set to go here. So let's go ahead and do this. Brian will be sharing his screen shortly. Guys, over on YouTube, thank you so much. Stay tuned for live trading with Brian and Pierre. We will see you guys again tomorrow. So have a good one.
Have a trade smart, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Brian's back. There he is. He's in the seat and ready to go.
Right on.
Have a good
Just needed to turn a light on here. So good morning, everybody. And good morning, everybody on YouTube. Pierre, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about you, Brian?
I'm doing well. So getting a bit of a sell-off going on here. AMD, Nvidia, all the semis seem to be selling off. The one stock that seems to be heading in the other direction right now is Tesla, which is looking like it might actually go green here in a few minutes if it can get through PDC. So what do we got on deck today? Some Fed speakers. We had Lowe's, Macy's this morning, I believe. So
yeah, AMD and Nvidia are pretty weak there the past couple minutes.
Yeah, there goes Tesla going green. There's some big orders here, 176. So might continue to push here. We get 2 minutes to the open, so I'm just going to chill here for a few minutes, just let the market settle out. I think Tesla might pull back. on the open here, so might be an opportunity to get long. But Qs
Tesla.
on the SPY, yeah.
Oh,
Just,
yeah, Tesla is green actually.
Yeah.
We're 175.
Yeah, it didn't take long. I thought it might have some resistance there, but nope. Q's at low of the pre-market. Same with SPY's almost at low pre-market. Yeah, we're getting some decent volume on Tesla as well here. Some orders are building to the upside, which is a bullish sign.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Less than a minute to the open.
Mara looks interesting there for a short. On the dailies, in a big range there. We'll wait to see how the first 5 minutes play out, but looks interesting.
Never had much luck playing Mara. And should maybe keep an eye on it just in case. Mara. Okay, here we go. Ding, ding, ding. We're off. Here's your pullback on Tesla. Let's see if it holds here. Nvidia's possibly popping back up. See what AMD does. Hey, I was going to wait, but I got long Tesla just on that pullback. I was expecting that. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, good bounce there. I usually don't trade the first 5 minutes, so for me, it's waiting for the first 5 minute candle to close and try to play some breakout after that.
Yeah. So I just sold some at 176. Still got some upside potential here, I think. It's jumping around a lot. Here we go. We can sell some more here, 176.40.
That was your Rising Devil setup, right?
No, it was more like a fallen angel, what I call a fallen angel.
Yeah,
177 now. Back, yeah. Yeah, as I mentioned, I thought there was going to be a bit of a pullback at the open, opportunity to get in. Now I'm looking for 177. There's lots of bids to the upside on Tesla here still. So I'm going to sell a bit more, 176.70.
Still no trades for me.
It's okay. There's lots of time. We got
yes, it's a patience game.
Yeah. Here we go. 177. Filled a little more. This 177.70 is yesterday's high. Oh, it's looking really strong here. AMD and Nvidia pretty choppy right now. AMD is looking maybe like it might head lower here.
Baba is trying to go here. Same for MU.
Selling some more. Tesla, 177.70. Wow. Okay, here we go. Tesla, baby. We could see 180 today on this. Tesla definitely was looking the most interesting to trade this morning.
Yeah, it's really strong this morning.
Yeah.
Nvidia, AMD are going.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Mine too.
I'm just going to let this thing run here. 179 maybe. It's on deck. Just no pull, hardly any pullback at all on Tesla. Crazy. All right. For those of you doing 5-minute ORBs, we're in 5 minutes into the trading day now. Well, maybe we're finally going to get a bit of a pullback here on Tesla.
I'm long MU here for a bounce on the VWAP.
Nice. Still just holding on here. Tesla. Oh, AMD's dropping.
Yep, AMD and Nvidia are going down.
Wow. Big drop. We get a bit of a pause here with Tesla.
Yeah, a bit of a pullback with low volume there.
Yeah.
Nvidia and AMD are pretty choppy this morning.
Yeah. See what Tesla's going to do on this pullback here, as long as it holds a VWAP.
So MU is bouncing here.
Wow, AMD bounced
Like
back.
first target at high of the day.
Thought about adding some shares there on Tesla. I think I'll just let it ride. See if it
Yeah, it was a
volume.
great place to
Yeah,
add there. The
yeah,
9 EMA.
yeah. Volume's really starting to drop off a bit here, so just gives me a pause.
Still in MU. Chopping around here. Holding the VWAP. Let's see how it's going to play out.
Okay, here we go with Tesla. We're back at high of day.
Partialing here on MU. High of the day.
Nice bounce back. Beauty.
Mara had a good bounce there. From 2170.
Q's and SPY are really doing nothing here. Interesting. Q's do look like they might try to move up here, but still trading in a range.
Tesla is right back at high of the day.
Still holding to see if it'll break out.
Wouldn't be surprised to see 180 today.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, as long as we stay above the VWAP, I'll be still going to stick with the shares I have left.
Another 30-second before that 15-minute candle close. Might look for some potential R&D 15 there. But everything in my watch list is pretty choppy, so hard to see a clear direction in that 15-minute candle. Really, the only one moving today is Tesla.
Yep. Here we
It's
go.
going here,
Yeah, it's going off.
79.
All right, I'm going to sell a little more here. 179.10, getting a nice pop now.
Brian or Pierre, either of you have a screen to share?
Oh, I thought I was sharing something. Sorry.
Yeah, I can share my screen too.
AMD is really leaking. It's got a lot of bids to the downside here. Hopefully that works.
AMD, Nvidia dropping here.
Yeah, AMD's Nvidia back to low of day. Actually, AMD is low of day. It was.
Brian, I'll just say I've leveraged your fallen angel in this case for XPEV for the win. Nice
awesome.
You open on XPEV.
Awesome. That's awesome. Put some orders at 179.50 on Tesla. And then there's that big order at 180. There we go. Come on, baby.
Yeah, I really like nothing this morning for R&D 15. So I'm sticking with my MU, which is really choppy here. See if it picks a direction, and that will probably be my only trade today.
Yeah, market's really quite choppy today. So easy to get
Yeah,
choppy here.
hard to find decent setups.
Yeah. Yeah, Tesla was really one of the few sort of nice clean moves. I'm a little bit seeing a little bit of a drop off in volume here on Tesla now. So I'm just thinking it's a little, I don't know if it's going to have enough juice to get going here to 180, but probably going to take, it's probably going to take some time to get there.
Yeah, Tesla is really trading in a range here on the daily. We're testing the top of the range. Really need to break 180 here.
Just while I'm waiting here, I'm selling some Ethereum. If you follow my swing trade videos that I post on the weekend, you'll know I've been watching Ethereum for quite some time, waiting to get in, and I think it was a little bit of a stroke of luck that I got in last week, but it just had a really nice move up yesterday. So just selling some of that ETF today.
Tesla is back at the VWAP.
Yeah, I'm just watching it right now. Just it's probably going to bounce here. And Mara's testing low of day. See what some other. So let's just see what some other stocks look like. Nvidia. Not a lot of liquidity on either side. A little bit more, I would say, bullish, possibly. AMD, a little more bullish as well, maybe.
You're both trying to break the VWAP there.
Yes. Nvidia options obviously quite expensive to trade if you're looking at the end of week ones. Their volatility is really is quite elevated because we're going to be reporting end of the week here, or tomorrow, I should say. I talked about
Yep, tomorrow.
tomorrow after the close.
Tesla is testing the VWAP here. Might get a bounce here.
Yeah. Something else you should be aware. I mean, all these, when Nvidia reports, it's going to affect a lot of other stocks too. So, just be aware that stocks like AMD are probably going to react as well. Q's had a nice pop back up, where we went actually to high of the trading day here.
MU is still stuck in that range. Pretty boring trade, honestly.
Sometimes it happens.
Yes.
All right. Well, we are really, it's kind of choppy. There isn't any sort of clear direction yet in terms of where we're going with the markets. The SPY is right at high of day right now, which isn't very far from where we opened. Nvidia does look like it's maybe going to try to break out here. But at this point, we're just chopping around the VWAP. Yeah, really nice little bounce off of VWAP on Tesla. Certainly a level you should be watching, an indicator you should be watching. Okay, Qs are going to sell a little bit again. Like I said, there's just
nice little bounce on Mara too at low of the day.
Yeah, just no conviction either way here on the markets. Right. Well, the only thing I'm sitting here right now, I'm just sitting on this little bit of Tesla that I have left, and it's holding the VWAP so far. My entry is back under it's around 175. So. Got lots of room here, and like I said, if it drops below the VWAP, which is Tesla right now is about 177.60 ish, I'll just get out of the rest of it. Anyone else? No ads, no, Jared, no ads. I thought about it. I thought about that when we got that pullback. I thought about adding. It's not. It's looking like it might retest the VWAP here. What about you? Well, no queries, Tony. No few members caught Tesla in the room today as well. That was awesome. Jared, I think, was trading Tesla as well. Yeah, Apple's. I was looking at Apple too. Apple actually was looking a little bit. Was looking interesting this morning as well.
Yeah, the 5-minute ORB would have been great on Apple.
Yeah. Apple had a nice ORB. Apple's been strong. Apple was kind of. I looked at it. I don't know. Probably should have been on my watch list. I think I kind of discounted it because it's had such a major run up, and we're kind of into an area on Apple where I'm expecting some resistance. But this breakout here, we could be 195 would be. Could be an option here this week. Microsoft is also choppy but green.
Baba is really dropping here. Broke low of the day. Yeah, AMD and Nvidia are disappointing this morning. Really choppy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that these two are there's probably some positioning going on. Some people are trying to figure out, Nvidia is going to be this is going to be a big earnings report, probably one of the biggest ones that I've seen for a while.
What's the expected move for the earnings?
Yeah, I think it's about 9%.
Okay.
We were looking at that yesterday. It's about nine. I think it was about $90. Oh, there goes Jared's adding to Tesla. Okay, it could go. It's right at high of day. AMD is testing low, is sort of still looking fairly weak here. It's got some liquidity it maybe is looking to get into here, down around 163, and then 162.50. Here we go, Tesla. Like I said, still holding some. So you can get to 180 on Tesla. Oh, Qs are breaking out here.
Partialing on MU there on the bounce.
Nice. Qs are starting to break out here. Hive day, SPY broke out. Come on, Tesla.
Tesla is right at, what was that level? 2 days ago high, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, AMD is looking like it's heading lower here. Still, there's a buyer at 163.50 by the looks of it.
Partialing some more MU here towards 127. Wow, just a lot of lack of commitment buyers today. And not a lot of strong sellers either. So that's why we're just getting this this choppy price action. Yeah.
All right. Well, not the most exciting day, but there was still some good trades to be had here.
Apple still looks strong there.
Yeah. Let's see, Apple is. Let's see what that looks like on Bookmap. Yeah, had a bit of a pullback there. They picked up some shares, and now we're back up to high of day here. It's a fairly bullish chart. Nvidia's going back down, low of day. AMD still struggling.
Yeah, Apple would have been a great breakout today.
Yeah. Yeah, Apple would have been a good trade. Can't watch everything. Kind of getting ready to bail on Tesla here. Just doesn't look like doesn't look like it has much left in it. Doesn't have the juice. It's like Nvidia wants to maybe drop a bit here too. Back to low of day.
Partially more MU here.
AMD dropping. AMD's losing it. Low of day. Qs are kind of rolling over here a bit. All right. Well, I'm flat now. I'm just getting out of Tesla and don't have any position now.
Oh, a good bounce on MU there. Partialing more.
It's, who's found MU difficult to trade? Let's see what is it doing? It had an upgrade yesterday. Wow, look at that. It's coming back nicely. Wow, beauty.
Took a while to work out, but
Yeah,
finally
took a while, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, guys, the Qs are just, and the SPY has gone nowhere in like 20 minutes. Just really just trading in a very narrow range. So just nothing in terms of direction, which, I mean, sometimes you get days like this, so you just got to be careful.
AMD is bouncing here.
Yeah, big bounce back. It's just like there's this buyer at 163.50. It's definitely Nvidia's holding yesterday's low. Which is sort of 134, 934, I should say. Tesla's right back at the View app now. Just I'd watch for a failure of this level here. See if it.
Pretty big rejection from 2 days ago high on Tesla there.
Yeah. Probably going to get a bounce again on Tesla here back at the View app.
Looks like it.
The Qs are looking like they're going to break out here. Might break out of this range. Same with the SPY. We'll see what it does at this high. If we get another rejection.
Partial some more MU on the bounce there. Baba is back at high of the day. It was a big move from 86.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another rejection on that breakout on the Qs and the SPY. I think Tesla's going to drop here.
Right at the
So we're
VWAP.
testing the VWAP again. There we go. I knew it.
Yeah, big drop on Tesla.
Tesla's at Monday's high right now, yesterday's high, which sometimes will act as support.
MU is at the high of the day here.
Yeah, it's nice. It's
Getting
continues
extended
to
on the daily though.
getting grinding higher here.
Slowly but surely.
Yep. Yesterday's high, what was it's almost 129. Here goes Nvidia. Popping up here. Funny how the market's popping up. The markets were dropping. Tesla was going up. Now the markets are going up and Tesla's kind of fading.
Doing the opposite, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nvidia is going here. Marshalling some more MU there.
Nice. I think SPY might go green on the day here. The Dow already has.
Apple is going back to the VWAP here.
Interesting.
Apple is getting extended on the daily chart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Apple's really extended on the daily. Oh, Qs are breaking out. SPY's breaking out. We're going to go green, I think. Yeah, Tesla. Wow, Tesla's back rolling over. Hang on, I'll be back in a sec.
MU is still pushing here. It's going for 28. Nvidia is testing high of the day.
All right. Sorry about that. A nice move up on Nvidia. Lenny, what did you do? What did you do, Lenny? Oh, Zim. You were trading Zim. They reported this morning. Nice. Bit of choppy action at the open, but eventually had a nice breakout there. Q's still going.
Looks like Tesla is trying to break the view up here.
Yeah.
Might chop around here for a bit. Partial some more MU there on the bounce.
SPY went green. Q's still a little bit below there, but looking like they're going to push as well.
MU is really going there.
Yeah, look at Nvidia. Just long 945 call on Nvidia. Ooh, nice.
Oh yeah, good move there.
Here we go. Nvidia's going to go PDC. I'm going to sell this thing here. So going to get rejection. Look at the Qs ripping.
Yeah, Qs are going to go green there.
Beauty. All right, Tesla's making its way back up here. Your MU is grinding higher. Looks like it actually might want to go green. It might go green on the day too. Sort of as you would expect, Nvidia got right up close to PDC, almost got there, and now we're getting a bit of a pullback here. Doesn't mean it won't go green on the day, just a typical reaction at previous day close. Same with the Qs. We got up pretty close to yesterday's close, so sort of hesitating here. SPY is still strong. Wow.
Pretty hard rejection on AMD there.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. What a drop on AMD. Holy crap. Should snap back. See if we get some more buying coming in here now. Support us at this level. If it's an ABCD pattern or usually don't get V reversals. There's the snapback on AMD. Man, really hard to trade.
Yeah, want to move down and right back up.
Yeah.
Hmm. MU is going green, 129.
It looks like it, eh? Here comes that 129 level. That's really close. It's 21 cents from here. Yeah, it's right over 129.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be my final target and call it a day there.
Right on. Just a really nice steady run after a bit of volatility at the open on MU.
Yeah,
So nice trade on that one. Just it's all you need is one good trade. Stay in the position.
exactly.
It's like Tesla, the buyers came back in again, so we're back to back up near 179.
I'm gonna cut the rest of MU there. I don't like the way that 5 minute close made a 5 minute low and kind of losing the 90 MA. So
Yeah.
that's it for me for today.
Right on.
I'm gonna log off there. It was pleasure trading
Okay.
with you, Brian.
Yeah,
And
no,
have
it
a
was
great
good.
day, everyone.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, we had two. Well, there were a number of opportunities here today. Just good example of how you just can find, if you can find one good trade, you don't need to be trading 8 or 9 stocks. I found a similar trade with Tesla today. Nice breakout. Was showing good strength at the open, and the MU trade was really nice. Just a little bit of chop, but then it started to break out, held the VWAP, and then we had a really nice breakout on MU at just right around 10 o'clock. Started to break through yesterday's low. So nice trade there as well. Lenny got a nice trade on ZIM. What other trades? Andrew, what did you trade there? AMD. Nice trading on AMD. AMD was a little bit more difficult trader, but definitely gave some opportunity there. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess with AMD, you can say that sometimes, you get the market makers will do that too, and the algos will do that. They'll take they'll take stocks just below a level, just below a critical level, and then they'll pick up share. If they're dropping it, they'll pick up shares and then snap it right back up. AMD is a stock that does have more institutional and retail buying and selling as well. So AMD see, it was and the other thing too about AMD is it's all these AI trades that seem to be they've got buyers all the time at certain levels, so they never want to let it drop too much, or it doesn't seem to want to drop too much, and then the buyers come in, just like now. What are the Qs doing? So we did a bit of a pullback on the Qs. Didn't get much of a pullback. We'll see where the Qs go from here. SPY is already green on the day. Qs are the only index that's actually red right now. Yields are down today. That's interesting. I don't think we had any economic news, but I could be wrong. Nvidia is going to go green. It's trying anyway. ARM is breaking out here. Brendan, what did you do today? Trading Tesla? Nice. Okay, Nvidia couldn't get through PDC here. Try it again. It's still in a higher low, so it may just take a little while before it chews its way through that level. Avi, what did you trade? You traded SPY. Nice. Trade on MU as well. Nice one, Ari. Good trading, everybody. Well, Carlos, I don't know if you're still around, but we can probably cut. I don't know if we've already cut YouTube. Maybe haven't yet, but I hope everyone out there had a good day. Just remember, on YouTube there is a 10-second delay, and so like I said. Some good opportunities today. Probably looks like we might just chop around here for a while. Nvidia is still threatening to go green, but always appreciate the likes and subscribes if you want to join us. So I am going to drop off here. It's almost 10 to 8 anyway, so have a good rest of the day, everybody, and we'll catch y'all later.